We now welcome on to the podcast a very special guest. Hint, we are in the newly beautiful, way better than I've ever seen this place. I'm sure Landon will agree. But in the newly renovated weight room here at South Doyle High School, we're with first-time head coach. We wanted to get him on earlier, but honestly, even better, now 1-0, Zack Gibson, the new head ball coach at South Doyle High School. Zack, thank you for taking your time. I know it's been a big weekend, but we appreciate you hopping on with us.
I appreciate it, man. Anything for you guys. This is awesome. I'm excited to be here.
Undefeated.
1-0, man.
That's crazy.
100% winning percentage.
That's crazy.
I mean, hey, that's
the best in school history. I don't have to do any research. I just know.
No, that's awesome. Enjoyed watching. Technology's awesome. We kind of just talked about that. I got to watch it on Diamond Clear Friday night. Didn't get to make it over to AE, but man, it was a fun game to watch. Cherokees were flying around out there. Just finally got the first one. Obviously, you've been around football your whole life, but getting that first one kind of under your belt, a win also helps. What's that like moving into this week 2?
Yeah, definitely changes the whole dynamic for what you have coming up. The biggest thing from last Friday, so we spent 2 weeks prepping for them, obviously, and just the kids came out ready to go. Game plan worked in all 3 phases. Assistant coaches, coaching staff, they did such a phenomenal job getting these kids ready to go. The kids bought in. They were focused. They were excited. They didn't let any of the distractions or anything like that get to them. They just went out and did our job. And one thing we've been talking about a lot lately, kind of changing the way that we think. You know what I mean? Like, think like a winner, act like a winner, go be a winner. And that's what they did on Friday. And it was just awesome. Like, I'm so proud for how they carry themselves, how they represented us, and how they represented our football family.
Yeah, when you kind of took over this job, obviously, like, you've probably done some research, but don't really know exactly what you have until you're out there. And then you have a really good senior class, and, you know, Benny Brang and Reed Reynolds, Lincoln Jackson, Cole Jackson, you can name a ton of them. Was there kind of I got something to work with here?
Yeah.
With guys who have been through a lot since they've been on campus.
No doubt. They've played a ton of football, especially that senior class. And even some of these juniors, like, they'll be, as a third-year high school player, they're a multi-year star. They started as sophomores. Some of them started as freshmen.
Sure.
So we've got a ton of game experience out there. And when I first started kicking tires a little bit on applying out here and everything, you got to look at the roster. Like, hey, who's back? Who's here? All that type of stuff. And everybody knows who Benny Brang is, and Reed and Jerry and Lincoln and Sean and Terry, like, just that whole really, really solid, strong senior class. And it's like, hey, there's definitely some talent there. Yeah. And first kid here got hired in January, that Wednesday back. And so we're not doing any football stuff. It's just workouts and everything. And I didn't know, which I'm sure you guys were familiar with this, everybody plays all the sports here. Yeah. So we had that first team meeting, and there's 50-something kids in there. And I go to workouts after school, and there's like 10 kids. I'm like, whoa. Where's everybody else? Okay, they're in wrestling, or they're in basketball, or they're getting ready for track season and all that stuff. And so just building up through that, off-season workouts and everything, and then going into spring practice when, now they're starting to get some more kids back from other sports. And we come back to summer. Now we have even more kids back. We have freshmen coming in, and it's just growing. We've up to about 63 kids on roster right now. That's awesome. Which is great. I think they finished the year like mid-20s. Somewhere last year, and so we've got a bunch of kids that's come back out that played maybe when they were younger as freshmen and sophomores that are going to be contributors for us this year for sure. So it's been good, man. Like, they're buying in 100. Kids and coaches both have bought in 100% to everything that I've been putting down and stuff, and we're definitely trending in the right direction.
That's great. But you said the coaches have bought in. You kept a lot from the previous staff, correct? So I mean, that's good to keep some continuity with the 100%. Kids, and also
great relationships with the kids for sure. Moved a couple guys around, either different positions, some guys different sides of the ball, things like that. But, man, they're doing awesome, and they're firing all cylinders right now, which is great. I mean, this early in the year, I think the way that we practice helps a lot with that. We try to make it as game-like as possible in any of our group and team periods and stuff like that, too. Our preparation, too, like they do. We've got a meeting 2 hours here on a Sunday night. Like, these guys are blocking time out of their evening to come in here until – whenever we feel like we're ready to go for Friday. Really, like, the defensive staff, I'll keep these guys here till about midnight probably. We'll be burning the midnight oil literally with them.
Well, at least you're not preparing for Deshaun Bishop. That'd be even longer. Like, thankfully he's gone.
I did that for 4 years. I'm so glad that's behind me. It was just like, guys, if we hold him under 203 touchdowns, like, it's a win.
Yeah.
It's a win.
That's awesome. I want to go ahead and talk about this area because this is special.
Yeah.
It was, I guess, kind of weird. What did you think when Athletic Director Randy Moore was like, hey, Johnny Knoxville is going to help us raise him? I mean, it sounds like an absurd statement.
Yeah, and so I guess he had mentioned when I did my first interview with him and the admin team, they had mentioned a weight room renovation. And I'm a my background is in strength and conditioning. I've been director of strength and conditioning, at both schools I've been at before here. Like I was like, all for it. Cool.
Double
great.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I'm in. And then later, after I'd gotten hired, he just like slipped it in that it was going to be with Johnny Knoxville. And have you heard of this company called Zornex? And I was like, yes. Yes, Randy. I was like, asking if I know what Mercedes is what I keep telling everybody. It's like, yeah. And so it was just a dream come true, man. It was just so surreal. We were laughing about it because I followed Zornex for 20 years now at this point.
Well, I think if I understand, their process was obviously on a different level. I mean, this is special, but I was telling him it's been several years ago, but they redid the Anderson one over on campus.
Yes.
So I'm sure that process was very similar. I mean, you see, I guess you probably can't see everything in these videos, but you got the logos on weights and benches and racks. So like they were pretty hands-on. I mean, they built it to
awesome.
your specs and what you needed, right?
Yeah, and so we had the Swornex team, obviously Johnny's team, and then us, Randy and I, and a few other people here, just kind of going back and forth, like completely open about everything. Like, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? How does this look? And it was just like over and over and over again. I'm like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And so we were laughing about it. The first, maybe second meeting that we had, talking with Joshua Dobby, he's one of their director of operations. He was like, hey, what do you want? Like, what do you guys want? And I aimed like way up here, and I was like, if I get half this stuff, like, great, dude, we got all of it. Like, so we got every single thing that I wanted, and it's just perfect in here. All sports. I'm teaching PE and weightlifting over here too now, so I got classes in here. Like, it's phenomenal. I've told everybody this is the best weight room, public school or private school in Knox County, and it's not close. Like, this is as good as it gets.
We were joking. I was in the locker room earlier, and I was like, this smells exactly the same. This place does not smell the same.
No, not at all. We took everything out except the walls, pretty much.
Yeah.
Everything else in here is new. The locker room, not so much. I don't know if you can bottle that smell up or not, but a football locker room smells like a football locker room.
I was going to say, that might sound like a bad thing to people who haven't played, or maybe just they don't have good association. Landon will bring it up sometimes with the stank fest, which I understand, but I'm also like, you love it.
Oh yeah,
and there's no mistake in it.
Yeah,
it's like that
you wouldn't trade it for anything, but yeah, it does. It does have a stench.
You walk away from it and you're like, yeah, that doesn't smell good, but I love it.
Yeah, we were laughing. My wife Amanda, she came by a couple weeks ago and dropped off some lunch. I guess it was in the summer before school started, and she'd been on campus as an event center, but hadn't been in the locker room since the kids had been here. It'd been like in the winter or something like that. And she came in, she was like, "Oh my gosh, like, what is that?" And I was like, "I don't smell anything. We just cleaned it yesterday." Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you sprayed Lysol. I mean, what else do you want?
This is as good as it gets. It was a good time.
That's awesome. What's another thing I wanted to talk about too? You have a bunch of athletes on. Yeah. I think that's one thing. Obviously, South Doyle football doesn't have the long storied tradition like Alcoa and Maryville, two teams we watched on Friday. But there are a lot of good athletes on this campus.
No doubt, man.
I think are all four guys that were on that 4x100 team that qualified for state, are they on the full team?
Oh, 3 out of the 4 are. One of them was a senior.
One of them graduated,
but the other ones are, and they can roll, buddy.
Yeah.
All those kids can fly. And I mean, that's one thing. Another kind of when I was kicking the tires on coming out here, it's like I coached against all the semifinal teams. And so, like, I know what South Doyle has, what it can be. They've just underachieved the last couple years for whatever reason. You can, put that whatever. But, like, there's talent here. Like, it's the same type of kids, and they're in that locker room right now, man. We got a bunch of kids that can, like, absolutely fly. They're smart. We're getting our football IQ up. They're physical. We saw that on Friday, and that's kind of buying into how we practice, the kind of message we're trying to send and stuff like that. But like, we got some dudes in our locker room for sure that I'd put up against anybody.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about defense. You brought up that you're a defensive guy. Obviously, South Doyle defense not great last year. Mm-hmm. So when you kind of like took over, what was like one thing that you're like, all right, this is what – if we can't fix everything, but if we can fix one thing, what was that going to be?
Tackling. 100%. I've always put a big premium on that. Even physicality, yes, but that's a bunch of different content areas to go to that. But just like the way that we tackle, what types of tackle to use, when to use them. I tell the kids and the coaches, like, the art and science behind tackling in football for us. Like, we started doing that. I mean, that was first day of spring. Definitely in summer, like once a week. We're doing it right now in season. Every single Tuesday, the first 5 minutes of individual for every single defensive kid. Everybody's working on tackling every Tuesday. And then we do takeaways on Wednesdays. And that's just how I've been raised as a coach, how I was raised as a player, even growing up. Like, you have to be able to tackle, because if you can't, you can draw whatever you want to on the board, call whatever you want. If you're not tackling, it doesn't matter. And
Tackle Tuesday, that has an awesome ring.
Yeah, like 100%. And the kids know it too. They know we're going to stretch, we're going to pre-practice, we're going to do special teams. Tackle.
Yeah. That's it. Well, and that gets into, I guess, your philosophy as a coach. You want to play for 15 weeks. Like that's the goal. So what's that like? I think a lot of people don't play football. You'll see it, talking about, Tennessee when trying to avoid injuries. It's like, why are they even hitting each other? Well, you got to know how to tackle. You got to know how to be physical. What's that like trying to balance teaching kids to be physical, but you also need to be healthy. You want to be healthy week 2, but we also want to be healthy week 15 and when we play in week 15.
Yeah, 100%. And that's one thing. Like if you're all out here on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'm yelling it at least every 10 minutes. Learn how to practice. Just for whatever reason, but taking care of each other is going to be one of the big ones. And so, like, we don't go on legs for anybody. Like, we don't tackle anybody around the legs. We don't cut block on offense. We try not to go to the ground. Now, I tell them it's like, if you're just more physical than that kid is and he's not protecting himself,
that's football.
That's football. Like, that's football. That's football practice. But we take care of each other during practice throughout the week. So I tell everybody, we got to get them on the bus healthy on Friday. Like, get them to game day, get them 7 o'clock healthy on Friday. And so doing that, and then even when we are working tackling on Tuesdays and stuff, it's more of it's all an individual. It's not like a big circuit or anything. Right. And so like the DBs, they're with Coach Milton Rocker Jr., who's doing an outstanding job. He works with them. They're doing the type of tackles that they need. Patrick Clark coaches our linebackers. He's doing what they need. Sir David Pettis works with the defensive line. He's doing what they need, just so that way we're ready to go. Because one, they weren't great at it last year. Just call it what it is. And then 2, it's a big premium for me. So we put a really big point of emphasis on that for all the kids.
I just like that there's more thought, because I know when we were playing and when I was watching high school practices growing up, it was like Les Miles. I've heard about the Les Miles stories, and like they went full tilt into Friday.
Yeah.
And which is, obviously those are some physical football teams, so there's some good to it. But you had guys getting banged up for 70 days throughout the week. Like it's throughout the season. So it's crazy. It's I'm sure it's tough that you're like, I want these guys to hit, but also I need this guy to be able to run the football 25 times on Friday night.
100%. Like keeping everybody healthy. Like with the quarterbacks, like I tell everybody, if you get within 10 feet of Benny Brown, I'm yelling at you. Don't even look at Benny.
Put him on ice.
Yes, don't even look at him. If you win your rep as a pass rusher on scout team defense, great. You sit down.
You got a DN leaving practice with 10 sacks. You blew the whistle the moment he touched the backfield.
Yes, no doubt about that.
So what about offense? Because obviously we talked about defense a little bit. Like you come in as the head guy. Now, like you are responsible for the offense. They have a bad night. You're probably getting some parents talking to you 100%. About it. So what's that kind of like being, I guess, more involved in the offensive game plan?
Yeah, it's been awesome. So Michael Serafine is our offensive coordinator. He was on staff last year. He's quarterbacks coach and pass game coordinator. He is a machine. Serafine's a robot, man, and he does such a good job. Rod Elby works with our offensive line. He does a great job there too. I brought him over from West High School. I've coached against him for a long time and had a hard time beating him, so I hired him. He's good. Elby's awesome. And then Josh Wilson works with our outside receivers, and Pierre Watkins works with our inside receivers. And then the tailbacks are stuck with me for 10 minutes a day, so they're just getting really yelled at probably because they're DBs too. So I'm yelling at them all the time. But no, they're doing great. It's been awesome, man. I brought over the system that we ran at Powell that we kind of built from a little bit of 18, but definitely 2019 on is what I brought over here with us. A lot of the formations and general concepts are the same in the pass game stuff, but a lot of it's going to be new too. Some of it's the same. Run game is almost exclusively the same from last year, just because the type of kids that we have and what they're good at and what our kids feel comfortable doing. But it's been great. I was really fortunate in 2022 and 2023 to coach offense at Powell High School. I was a pass game coordinator working under Matt Lowe. I learned more offensive football in that 2-year span than I ever have, no matter how much I studied it. Just the different nuances of what to call, when to call it, how to use your timeouts, like when to sub, all that stuff. And it's been great. And so when I got hired, met with offensive staff, got everybody in place kind of, and then we had 3-hour meeting one day, like in the summer, maybe, or before that, it was in the spring one night. We were here till 8 or 9 during the week in March. Like, hey, here's the playbook. Like, here's what we're doing this year. Figure it out. Like, tell me what you need, but this is what we're doing. This is who we are. And they bought into it, man. And they're awesome. And it's a lot different than last year in terms of what their responsibilities are on game day for substitutions, signaling, communication, all that stuff. But they're doing great. I mean, we put up 41 points in 3 quarters. And really, we left probably 2 touchdowns out there in our season opener. I mean, that's against a good football team too. Austin East is not a bad football team by any means. Like, our offense was absolutely
efficient
on Friday. Yeah.
It looked very efficient to me.
Yeah. We
that
were
was
85% in the red zone, I think, something like that. 400, do my math. I know Benny threw for like 211, and Walter Gould by himself rushed for 131 and 2. So we had over 400 yards of offense, no sacks, no turnovers in game one. That never happens. Like in high school football, at least.
Absolutely.
Like I was super. Just as a football fan, I was like, man, y'all were humming on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thank you.
Yeah, it makes my job easier.
Yeah, made my job really easy. Yeah. So it was good, man. But it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
So have you kind of like, obviously you've probably always wanted to be a head football coach. So you went to offense maybe to kind of learn a little bit more of that. Is that kind of what your plan was?
After we won, let's see, that would have been in 22. So we won state at Powell High School in 2021, and a bunch of the offensive staff left. And so Matt Coach Lowe, pardon me, Coach Lowe moved me over to offense and just kind of let it go from there. I think a lot of it wasn't he and I talking, one, to help me grow as a coach, and then two, my football IQ and knowledge of defensive coverages and stuff like that. It's like we'd see like whenever we're scouting and stuff, hey, they're doing this, this, and this. If they line up like this, here's what they're running. If they run this coverage, that means this guy's blitzing, all that stuff. And it was a really, really good partnership, and it was great. So that's kind of where I got going with that, and then just kind of kept the ball rolling from there. Because, I mean, in the offseason when I go to clinics and stuff like that with the staff, like I always try to go – I tell especially the young coaches, go to one session for your position group, go to one session for the position group you coach against, and then go to one that you have no idea about at all. So, like, hit those three at least at some point over the weekend and stuff like that. So I always go to at least one for receivers or quarterbacks or whatever. Yeah. But until you do it, no clue, like at all. And so it was good. Okay. Yeah, I grew a ton doing that, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's really neat. I didn't realize you'd coached offense as well. I just saw you as a defensive guy, and Matt Lowe's the right guy. I mean, that offense, even if that the team might be quote unquote down or whatever people view them, and that offense is always going. There's no doubt about it.
They're always going to be explosive. Yeah. They're always going to have athletes. They're always going to be able to go fast. It's like the system is just so good the way it's built in, but then you add the talent that they have on the field too. Yeah. Especially this year. I mean, you saw the game on Thursday. They've got some racehorses out there on the perimeter and stuff like that. You put those kids together with the quarterback, they can do it too, and they can run the ball.
That quarterback is a unit.
Yes, he is. Yeah, Jalen, he's a football player too. Yeah. I was talking to
faster than he looks. That was my first comment.
Yes, he got a battery on that one, didn't he?
And then the one before they had was a unit too.
Oh yeah, Deuce Rogers. Deuce was about 2 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier than Jalen too, which is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. But yeah, it's a good group, man. They're special out there for sure. I wish them nothing but the best.
I'm trying to do my math. So were you a part of the offensive staff that had Walter Nolan running football?
So I was coaching defense that year.
Okay.
I was coaching defense, and that was impressive to say the least. The only thing we still laugh about it, Coach Nolan and I laughed in practice one day. Scout team kick returner, whoever it was, didn't go out there on time. So we said, we just need somebody to go. And Walter Nolan, all 6'5", 330 pounds at the time of him, trots back there and catches one and just goes right down the hash. And every single kickoff kid we had was like, nope. Yeah. And they just ran out of bounds. They were like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a business decision.
Yes, absolutely. And a good one, too. I would have done the exact same thing.
No.
Exactly.
I think it was just a goal on group, but I mean, you had to think about putting him in, and like it's 1st and 10. Why we need to gain some yards here? Why not?
Yeah, and I mean, he was so athletic too.
He could move.
I was talking with somebody, one of my kids here the other day. They were asking who's one of the best athletes, and I was like, he's either Aiden Green, who's at Virginia Tech right now playing wide receiver, or honestly, like Walt could dunk a basketball at 330.
That's crazy.
And squat 600 pounds, and like all that. It was just crazy. But again, 1st round NFL draft pick. That's defensive lineman. That's what those kids do.
Pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty solid. So you came over from Halls. What was that like from Halls to Powell? Because there's no love lost with Emory Road right there.
So I'm a Halls alum too, and so that was crazy. We had some coaching transition and stuff. Stuck it out with the new guy for a little bit, and we just weren't compatible, and we just agreed like, hey, it's probably ain't going to work. So we're in our separate ways. Landed on my feet, thankfully, at Powell High School with Coach Lowe, and at the time, Mr. Chad Smith was the athletic director. They gave me a shot. Unfortunately for me, I was transitioning with what my role was teaching-wise in the building, so I couldn't move schools. So my first year coaching at Powell, I was still teaching in the building at Halls. Luckily, that game was the first ball game of the year, so we got it behind us and out of the way and everything. And after that, it was okay. But like the kids had a good time with it in the building my first year there, just putting red tape on my door and everything like that and stuff. And so, but it was.
Did you have a change of clothes? Did you ever wear this?
Yeah, man, it was just like I would wear just like neutral, just like gray to work, and then put on black and orange as soon as I got out of the door. But it was definitely strange at first. I mean, I like grew up in Powell, then Halls, went to Halls Middle School, went to Halls High School, and then to go back over there to Powell and coach after coaching at Halls for 4 years. And it was wild at first. But I mean, now I tell everybody, like working at Powell High School, like Powell High School is like home. Like all the people over there, the kids, the coaches, the admin team, the teachers, people that work in the cafeteria, like everybody, man. It was really, really special out there. And they were great to me and my family. I'll always be thankful for that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Coming back to this team and this year, analyzing, I'm sure you kind of scouted the job, so to speak. Like you mentioned, looking over the roster and seeing. What about looking at the district and region and all, whatever they're calling it now?
Yeah, the region.
And now you have Alcoa and Anderson County. That two teams, South Doyle's, I think Anderson County might have been in district or region at one point, but Alcoa's not since like 2004. Yeah. So what's that like knowing? I mean, and that's not the only good teams either. That's just to name a few.
Yeah, it is a tough region, man. Like there's no doubt about it. I knew that coming into it, but at the same time too, it's tough because they're talented, they're well coached, they have great support, great traditions, all that stuff. But I've also seen and coached against South Doyle teams that made the semifinals 3 times in a 10-year span, something like that. I mean, it's doable, right? You know what I mean? But again, we've got to be sharp, be crisp, not be satisfied. That's one thing too that like in the staff meeting here in a little bit, I'm gonna talk to my guys about. It's like, hey, we looked pretty good on Friday against a good football team. That is not going to help us beat Carnes at all on Friday. So we need to be like ready to roll. That is behind us. Like we need to be focused forward, just take it one game at a time and do all that stuff. And again, I tell the kids, I tell the coaches, like I believe in them 100%. And I'm trying to get them to where they all the time, they believe in each other, and they're doing a great job of that too. And if I didn't, then it wouldn't really matter. But they believe in each other. Those teams are talented, but so are we. Sure. So I told the kids on Friday, like they got talent, they're well coached. So is our bunch. They're talented, they're very well coached. Like it'll be a ball game.
Love that.
What's kind of like the most, I guess, like when you came into this job, what was like one thing you're like, all right, we got to fix that besides tackling, obviously, but like from like a culture standpoint or like off the field kind of thing.
Yeah. Didn't know a whole lot about it because I've been I'm on the other side of town for 15 years. I've been kind of, and this place is it's crazy, almost geographically isolated. Like once you cross the river, it's like its own separate town.
We're a little different.
It is, in a good way, in a great way. South Knoxville people love South Knoxville, and it's awesome. Like they fiercely love South Doyle High School football. And it's been great for me with the support community and everything. But being just out of touch with everything and not knowing what all's going on, like I do with some schools out there, just asking around with the kids, with the administrative team, with the coaches that are still here and stuff like that. And just from like what you said, culture standpoint, I alluded to it a little bit ago, but just how we carry ourselves, like how we act, like acting like a winner, thinking like a winner, knowing that you always represent more than yourself, no matter where you're at. Because I told the kids, and they've been great with it lately. If you get good or bad, if you make the newspaper, it's not going to say your first name and your last name. It's going to say South Doyle High School football player or South Doyle High School football coach, and then your name.
Yeah.
Good or bad. Like you are attached to this program, and it is attached to you all the time. Be sure and I tell them every day before we leave, be sure you represent your family and your football family the right way. Yeah. And they are, man. You've seen like some of the community service things that our kids have been doing, and even some of the stuff on their own that they're reaching out and doing things like that. Like it's been phenomenal, just kind of pointing them in that right direction and guiding them there. It's been really, really good.
It's awesome.
Yeah. What's and I know there's TWSLA rules around it, but what are you able to be involved in the like youth program? Like, are you able to, or are you just kind of supporting them and so saying we're here kind of deal? Like, what does that look like? Because I feel like that's always been the talk around the youth program needs to be better. And from an outside perspective, I know I'm somewhat here, but like it seems like it's doing well. But what are you have any kind of role in that, or are you just? Yeah,
I'm just a big cheerleader. That's pretty much it. Now, with the coaches and everything, I've met with them multiple times, the middle school staff, the youth, all the youth coaches at every level, everybody together a couple times, all the commissioners, all that stuff. And I tell them, it's like, hey, me, my staff, like we are a resource for y'all. Please use us. Like if you need advice for anything, if you need help with anything, if you need to pick our brains schematically, whatever, talk to us, like call me. And I talked to 2 of them today about just different things about whatever, just using that as a resource. And man, I'll tell you one thing that we did this year that I think they haven't done in a while. We had a youth camp like this summer and stuff, and like gave the kids a t-shirt and everything. Like, hey, cool, like come out, 2-day camp for about 2 hours a day. And you would have thought that we won the Super Bowl. Like the way that everybody was just so excited and everything. And I asked one of the middle school guys, the coaches, and I was like, hey, when's the last time y'all did a youth camp? They're like, no, like pre-COVID, probably like no idea. And I was like, wow, okay. So it makes sense why there was such a great turnout with over 100 kids and families and stuff like that here. And everybody was so excited and thankful and appreciative. And that's easy for us. Like, as our kids do the majority of the work at the camp, like they're the ones like helping and everything like that, like early in June and stuff. And so it was really, really good. But just giving back to them, being supportive for them and stuff like that, it's been great.
Yeah, that's all. I think it's this senior class that had I remember I was hearing, hey, this 8th grade team is really good. I think it's them. So, I mean, yeah, there's been some good youth teams that for different reasons split up, whether zoned differently or this kid decided to go here. So, I mean, those youth programs are critical to success.
100%. I say that weekly. It's like, hey, I'm like in the middle school program, they're doing an outstanding job right now of just trying to, like, I'm really big on like vertical alignment. Like, hey, what we're doing, how we talk, how we think, what we do, that's what the middle school team needs to do.
Yeah.
5th graders can't. I mean, they're 10, 11, however long. Sure. Like we'll get there. We'll get there. But just being sure that we have that vertical alignment from 6th grade all the way up and stuff like that is huge for long-term success. And you see that with, I don't know any successful program in town or around here that doesn't have that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so just trying to be sure we get that done the right way. And they, again, middle school staff, they bought into it too. The kids are, and there's that middle school team loaded, buddy. Like there is some talent out there in that 6th, 7th, 8th grade team for sure right now.
I know I don't know what age, it was middle school. I don't know which age group, but I saw parents share that quarterback. I saw one clip and I was like, it was kind of like seeing DGG for the first time. I was like, get him on up.
Yeah, for sure. And he's very talented and he's got some talent around him too. No doubt about that. I'm excited to see what they do this year for sure.
That's awesome.
I think like I remember we worked the whole like youth camp thing when we were there, and like you got to see players. You're like, oh, yeah, that kid's gonna be good. So we kind of did our own recruiting. We had that, so I didn't even know that they haven't done that. I just assumed that was an every year thing.
That's what I thought too. Like I can't. I've done a youth camp every single year that I've been coaching, even when I was a volunteer in undergrad. Like I've worked a youth football camp somewhere since I was 18 years old.
Yeah, but you're right. Like every successful program, whether that, I mean, we talked about Anderson County, Alcoa, all have really good youth programs.
Yeah.
So like that is detrimental. I mean, it's not like the college where maybe some high schools might use that or some private schools might do that where they can recruit and like go get guys and stuff like that. But it's a little different without the transfer portal and stuff like that. Or you can get them off an NFL roster too.
The kid at LSU. Dude, I saw that. They said like driving in today, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. I digress. That's a different episode.
I was going to say, no, you do have Elijah Young. I don't think he's signed an NFL roster if you want to try to get him back here. I'd love to see him run the football for
that
South
dude was
Doyle.
out here working out and running and stuff in the spring and summer before he went to Canada. Oh my gosh.
He's a freak.
Yes.
Did he go to Canada?
I guess I'm learning that. So he's playing CFL?
Yeah. So he had signed with I want to say the Toronto Argonauts maybe. Okay. Early, like I'd been hired like a month, maybe. I only know because I made the graphic and put it out for him and stuff like that too. That's awesome. So, but he was here in the spring.
That's a good kid to have working. Yeah, because I mean, I tell people all the time because I was coaching soccer here most of his career, if not his entire career, and he was different, not just in how he looked, but in work ethic and character. Than every single kid on the football team and just about every single kid on campus. Like I would put him up against anyone here. And so he's a good guy to have around in the offseason.
100%. I told him, and I knew because they coached against him and stuff. Everybody knew he wasn't a Mr. Football winner, like Gatorade Player of the Year. Everybody knows who Elijah Young is. But then coaching against those teams too, knowing some of his teammates, stuff like that, like them being out here working out and running with him too. On those teams I talked about earlier, the semifinal teams, the 10-3 team, the quarterfinal teams, like the really, really good runs that they had near the end of Clark Duncan's coaching career. It's like, hey, y'all are welcome anytime. Yeah. Like anytime y'all want to come around alumni that have won and do things the right way and carry themselves the right way and are successful as adult men now, doors always open. Like y'all come by whenever, come say, hey, whatever y'all need from me, call me. Like they're definitely on that list for sure.
Yeah. Good group.
Yeah.
That's a good group.
Yeah. That's awesome to hear. Cause like we think about that with Tennessee players, like when they go on, they come back and like, you like to see like those guys return to that program and work out, whatever. It kind of shows like the players there currently of what I can be. So I think that's a huge thing. And I'm glad that door's always open because I don't know if that's technically always been the case. So
it is now.
That's all that matters.
So we talked a lot about your program and, what you're trying to do and, scheming and whatnot, but tell us a little bit about you. What does game day look like? Are you a superstitious guy, or what does Friday look like for
grass?
I am like painfully superstitious. It's crazy. So, and funny enough, I was laughing with Benny and like some of the older kids the other day, just because they talked about game day routine or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, I kind of do this. And they're like, what? And they're like, oh, that's just on Thursdays. Like it starts on Thursday. It's not even on game day. And so same thing for dinner every Thursday. Same thing for breakfast every Friday. Same thing for lunch every Friday for the last 14 years, I guess. Every game day. We have a TV game on Thursday or sometimes Saturday because it rained, whatever.
So if you lose, you don't mix up breakfast Friday? Just to see? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Can you tell us what it is?
Oh, for sure. So,
Okay.
So it actually so funny. So I'll come back to that. That's a good question. So the whole time that I was at PAL, it was Wingstop on Thursdays. And so did that every Thursday, 20 piece, knock that out, watch Robbery Thursday, whatever game that was, rolling into the Thursday night NFL game and there were college games sometimes now. And then get my call sheet ready, just kind of zone out, do that, then watch some movie to get my mind right on Thursday. Friday, breakfast, Chick-fil-A, number 6, egg white grill meal, hash browns, orange juice. When I was at PAL, I would get my boy Pace Melvin some chicken minis, but so I didn't get those for him because we're not coaching together anymore. But they won last Thursday, so he's fine. I know, I know that he's good now. Shout out Pace, shout out Coach Mel. And then lunch is peanut butter and honey on wheat with almonds and the white Gatorade Zero Glacier Freeze.
Yeah.
Is it one of those? Glacier Cherry.
Yeah.
One of those. And then I don't eat pregame meal. Never have, just because I'm so wound up and up as it is. The last thing I want to do is try to get a play call in and just embarrass myself in front of everybody out there. So skip pregame meal. And then postgame is always a large orange mango body armor. And then whatever we have for a coach's meal after.
Okay. What's pregame meal here? Is it Chick-fil-A still?
No. So they did.
Thank
so
God.
So
I can't eat it anymore.
I was very surprised when I found out that they did fried chicken sandwiches for pregame meal before a varsity football game.
Yeah.
But no, we have a really good thing going right now with brown bag. So our kids were ecstatic about that last Friday. Grilled chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, and a roll. And I think they threw in a cookie or something, maybe, I don't know, some sweet treat like that, and a bottle of water, and then a liquid IV just to get them right and fuel them up and ready to go. Instead of like you'd have thought we gave them steak and lobster dinner, surf and turf. when the kids walked in, they were pumped about it. So and it's obviously great food. We did that for meal prep last week at our house. Brown bag, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's what we're doing with the varsity team.
Okay. So they did Chick-fil-A sandwiches up until
last year.
That's great.
Now, in their defense too, we also did. We're doing brown bag for varsity contests, like for all of our scrimmages and stuff like that. We had spring game a couple months ago. All that we did Chick-fil-A just because
it's hard to beat.
It's awesome. I mean, again, every Friday morning, baby. I know. Who are you talking to? But yeah, so we do that for scrimmages, JV games, because Chick-fil-A right down the street. I mean, they're an awesome supporter of us, and like a bunch of schools, corporations, foundations, stuff like that in the area.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. So
I mean, I'm glad you, like, from a Landon's over here, probably just we ate it so much. My only problem is I hate pickles, and so I'd always have to take the pickles off, but the juice is still there. That was my only
it
fault.
just tastes
That's
like
the only thing I
pickles.
dislike about it.
Yeah.
Well, I would always eat it, and like my pregame, like superstition, I threw up before every game. So like I would just throw up that fried chicken sandwich I ate, and then I would taste it the entire game. So
I'm definitely skipping pregame meal forever now. After that, the visual image of that, I'm like, no way. Now, by the time I was laughing this past Friday because it was an away game. We're on the road. Mm-hmm. We ate really early because we had to leave really early to get. I like to be everywhere 2 hours ahead of time before kickoff and stuff. And so I was starving when we got back.
Oh yeah.
And I was eating whatever I get my hands on by the time we got back and stuff. And so, but no, if it works, it works.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
So you're 2 hours early to every game?
Every game. 7 o'clock kickoff, we're there at 5, 7:30, we're there at 5:30.
That's awesome. What do you all do in that? Like, so you're probably not getting out of the field for another hour and 10 minutes. Right.
So our pregame warm-up, it's actually pretty lengthy.
Okay.
Now, in terms of like on-field activity,
Right.
it's relatively short. But I like to get out there early. That way we're off the field early to give us plenty of time. So, like, I think, golly, let me rack my brain. I should know because I typed it on Friday. So we got there at 5. I think we did treatment and stuff with Ben Conaway, our athletic trainer, who is the man. Shout out, Ben. That was like 5:19, and then the first 2 groups walk at 5:29.
Okay.
So we're out there and like we're rolling. And now you have to build in like transition time from the locker room to the field and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
true.
we'll do special teams for about 10 minutes. We'll throw a catch with the varsity skill kids for about 10 minutes, short break, do our full team warm up, do groups, team, and then we're off the field. So like actual work on the field is maybe 30 minutes, but just building in that transition time and stuff like that while still giving us plenty of time to get off the field and get back inside, give everybody about 10, 15 minutes before we go back out for the ball game.
Was it like any other game on Friday for you, or was it a little different?
It was. And so it's kind of a two-sided coin with that because I had tons of friends and mentors and people like family and stuff that reached out to me like, hey, good luck and stuff like that. And then congrats afterwards. One of the really good ones that I got that really stuck out to me, I was actually talking to my wife, Amanda, about it today, was my good friend Jonathan Sellers. He coaches at Lakeway Christian Academy up in, I guess it's Morristown.
Used to be at
Keez. Yeah.
Keez, yeah.
He was at Keez for a while. Great friend. He was like, hey, you'll never forget your first ball game as a head coach. Win, lose, or draw, take it all in. Like sights, sounds, every bit of it. And so I like that really like stuck with me. And so I went out there and locked in and everything. I'm just like ultra focused when I'm out there too, like pure tunnel vision on a lot of things. And so at the beginning it did. And then going to the pregame administrators meeting with the other head coach and the entire officiating crew and the admin team and all this stuff. That was the first time I've done that because I've done that for JV games.
They have to holler at you like, hey, it's you.
No,
you
I was like, hey, what time are we doing this? It's like we talked about that schedule. I was like, I've got a schedule. Like I'm talking to the team at 5:42. Okay,
Yeah.
I got things to do. All right, like, and it's 5:38, so we need to get this thing rolling. And but no, got out there, did that, and then went in, talked to the team, went back out. Played ball, man. Like it was cool. Got to see my family there, friends, stuff like that too, and everything. But like, did the run out and everything, and then after that, man. It was Coach Lowe at Powell. He gave me another really good too. He was like, it's our job to eliminate distractions and win the game between the lines. Like, get out there, get the kids playing, let the coaches coach. That's what we did. Like, we went out there and we humming, man. I think like the offense was on point all night. Really, we had a couple fourth downs that we didn't make, but it was like long, like whatever. And it's also first ball game. We're up. Like, hey, let's see if we can get this. Like, let's see what we can do. We got a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But just stuff like that. It was a ball game. And then at the end of it, we got down there and we ended the game in victory formation, which is what you want at the end of a ball game. And I look up, horn sounds like, oh man, that was fast. Like it felt like it went by so quick. But no, it was a little mix of both.
Yeah,
for sure. It was
awesome.
It was special though. Like I will never forget that. It was cool. Very cool.
You alluded to this earlier about timeouts. Did you, number one, forget you have the power to call a timeout when you were frustrated, or did you not like a defensive formation or where they were aligned, get real pissed and burn a timeout unneeded? Is that happened in your first game?
No, no, it didn't.
Okay, all right, that's good.
I'm trying to think. Because another coaching lesson, like you can't take them with you. So like use them if you need to. But we were up 3 scores at halftime, 4 scores at halftime, maybe. So it's like, hey, let's get out of here. Like let's get off keep that clock rolling. Let's get off the field. You know what I mean? I know I tried to make an adjustment last second on defense on their first touchdown, which I told everybody, I was like, that's me. That's my bad. I tried to call the perfect play call, and then they ran something that we hadn't seen, and they threw a touchdown for it. Great, like, tip of the hat to them. Like, we're not going to win every rep. Wish I'd called one there. But other than that, I think we called one on offense. That might have been it, honestly. No, they burned through theirs in a hurry. They called 3 in the first quarter. And we were just like, sweet. Like we got them now. And then they called some late too because they were doing the right thing, trying to stay in the ball game and be competitive and stuff like that. And I respect them 100% for that. Like never die easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like go down swinging, and that's what they were doing at the end. But other than that, that was it really. Now we do laugh because we were misaligned or something in the jamboree, and I called one thing. I think I was the only one all night, the only coach to call a timeout in the jamboree. But tried to get them to jump off sides, and they didn't. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
can't
I got it.
Can't take it with you.
I've seen so many defensive coordinators get pissed asking for a timeout from the head coach, just lose it. And I'm like, I can imagine any defensive coordinator that makes that transition, they're burning through them. Like they don't second guess it. They're like, no, we're taking it now.
Yeah, no, I trust the kids and the coaches too. It's like if I don't get in the perfect play call, which is something that I struggled with big time. Like when I first became a D coordinator, it's like it's got to be the perfect play call every single time. It's like it never will be.
Right.
Just let the kids go play fast. Like just get the call in, go do that. And no, I will say we had the ball in the first quarter on Friday, and refs blow it dead or whatever. We're coming, like, everybody's kind of looking around. They said timeout White. And I'm looking around because I'm like, who called a timeout? And I asked the White, he's, one of you, either your quarterback or your tailback did. And I just like slow turn and look at them like, wait, no. It wasn't us. I was like, they said they didn't do it. He said somebody back there did. I was like, whatever. Okay. And we were on like in the red area going in. So I was like, that's fine. Like, get him some water, then we'll go punch it in and score. And we did. So like, it wasn't the end of the world. So, but no, it was.
Did you go back and watch film? You're like, who called the stuff out?
No, but nobody does this. And so I don't know, but
it's their first game too.
Yeah, it was everybody's first ball game. Exactly. It was everybody's first ball game. So, and they were good. We got some calls and didn't get some calls, whatever, but the way they called it, they were very fair to me and stuff like that. A lot of those people out there on that crew on Friday, I've known them for a very, very long time. And they would listen to me, and when I was being an idiot, they would tell me to shut up, and I said, okay, and I backed up. And so, but it was good. We're healthy, and we won.
Yeah.
That's all good.
All you can ask for. Yeah. I wanted to ask you one more thing. Kind of like coaching philosophy a little bit. You came from Powell. A lot of those guys went on and played at the next level. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of your – obviously, ultimate goal is win ball games for sure. But, like, getting those guys to the next level has got to be something that's on your radar as well. Have you kind of looked at that of, like, who could do that? Like, what are you kind of doing to get them to that point?
Yeah, so fortunately for me, I was at Powell and at Halls both. I was kind of the college liaison a little bit. Matt Lowe at Powell and then J.D. Overton, who I worked for at Halls, they were like the point man for sure. I mean, they're the head football coach. That's how that works. Mm-hmm. But being able to interact with all those college coaches and develop those relationships over time helped me build a really good contact database for that and how that recruiting process works, what they're looking for. Because the landscape of college or high school football recruiting now is night and day different from even 5 years ago, definitely 10, 15 years ago.
Sure.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah.
And so what that process looks like to put our kids in the best possible position to be successful, knowing that, figuring out kind of what the kids' goals and aspirations are for one, the level that they want to go to or division, and then after that, what conference and then what schools, and then setting realistic expectations off of that, getting them set up for college camps and stuff like that. I mentioned him earlier, but Pierre Watkins, one of our assistant coaches, he's kind of leaning into that college liaison role right now, and he did a great job. We've got this spreadsheet that I've kind of developed over the last 10 years now, and it's every school within a day's drive of here with a link straight to their camp registration website with all the dates and price and everything on there. So, and we post that in the locker room so the kids know it's like, hey, I want to go to Middle Tennessee State for a football camp. Okay, when is it? Cool, it's on these days. How much is it? Okay, cool. Boom, go to that link.
Yeah,
and then go from there. So setting them up with that. And then even more importantly, too, taking athletics completely off the table, trying to meet with definitely the seniors, but even the juniors now that have collegiate aspirations. Just figuring out like what do you want to do when you grow up? Like asking them that, and like because Rocky Riley, our executive principal, he was our guest speaker at our team meeting on Thursday after walkthrough last week, and it's like less than 3%, less than 2% go on to play college football after that. So it's like, what are you going to do after this? Like, what do you want to do when you're a grown up and you got a family and people that are really counting on you? You got to pay bills and you have real responsibilities and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. So setting them up for that, because man, I got a lot of that at Powell and even at Halls too. It's like, yeah, we've got this really small population of kids on our roster in our senior class that are going to go play college football. Mm-hmm. And then we've got 15, 20 more that are going to just go to school, whether that's trade school, whether that's a 2-year college, whether that's a 4-year university, whatever. Like, how does that process work? What are the admission requirements for that? When do they need to get their applications in? Have they done their FAFSA? All that stuff, like all the moving pieces, just trying to give them the best chance to be a successful adult and give back to this community or wherever they're at, to their community whenever they're our age and older. You know what I mean? That's the goal. Set them up to be good men. Teach them how to be a man. Get them ready for that.
That's great. Yeah.
What's next on the list at South Doyle? We talked about the weight room renovation. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of needs at the school and football program. What's your next big off the field like vision for South Doyle?
Oh man, You mean just completely open it up on like what all we want to do?
I would.
I got a list, buddy.
However much you want to get into it, this
Yeah.
is something that's curious to me because I know like I said, I coach soccer here, so I have like my own that I had a vision for, but I'm curious what yours is and what the goals are now that you're the head guy in charge.
You probably got a time on it too. This date,
we talked about it earlier, like with this project, like, hey, let's aim up here and we'll hit somewhere below it.
Yeah.
We're still in really good shape. Like aim high, we'll miss low. I'm cool with that. A new field house definitely is up there. Just not even kicking the tires on that yet. Just like floating the idea, just putting it out there to a few different people and a lot of people now, all your viewers and everything like that. Listeners,
That's the
stuff
plan.
like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Little plug, put that in there. So, new field house, locker room renovation. There's a lot of stuff, man. Equipment, practice needs, helmets, shoulder pads, girdles, pants. We're good on jerseys for right now, but those will be up in a couple of years. There's just the way I was so fortunate to work for Coach Lowe and Coach Overton to see how to run a football program the right way. And the amount of stuff, the amount of work and time and resources that goes into that people have no idea about is just mind-blowing until you do it. And like capital projects, like that's part of it. And then even off of that, your day-to-day operation stuff, like being sure that we have enough bottles of water for the kids in the field house and the refrigerator so that we're hydrated throughout the week. Like there's so much stuff that goes into it, and all I can do is say no.
Sure.
I mean, if this happens, this right here, again, best weight room in town, dude, we can do anything.
Yeah.
We just got to chip away at it and just do it. And again, like worst thing to do is say no. Go for it. Why not?
Yeah, and you're not fighting with a lot of schools in this community anyway for like that business and anything. Like you're the only 100%. One. So
that's the cool thing about being out here, man. Like I said, once you cross that river, it's like we've got 7 or 8 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 1 high school.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody funnels through this place right here. And one of the things that I talk to the youth coaches and the middle school coaches, it's like, hey, like the kids you guys are coaching right now are going to be going through this weight room at some point. Like, let's think about big picture that way. Like, these are the kids that are going to be using this exact same stuff. So when you put it that way with people, or hey, your grandkids are going to be the ones that are going to be able to use this investment. That are going to need this stuff. They're like, okay, that makes more sense. Looking at big picture, long term that way.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, like you said, the field house is I'm not gonna call it a pipe dream because it's that's there's some special people in this community, and then you get a guy from Hollywood who his connection to South Doyle is a lot of people didn't even know it existed. I think kind of anything can happen. There's a lot of special people in and around South Doyle, and then I've been you can talk up your bosses here too. I've been very impressed with Rocky Riley and Randy Moore over the last year that they've been in charge. So I'm excited for the direction of the athletic program, the football program. I mean, it's the first time in a long time that as a whole, I'm very excited for this community.
Yeah, no doubt. I am too. They are Rocky and Randy both have been so great to me and my family, and everybody has. But working for those two, that was one of the big reasons I took the job, with Rocky's experience as a football coach, successful, winning championship level football coach, and then knowing Randy from when I was a student in high school. Like, he was the basketball coach in Halls when I was in school, so we go way back.
Yeah,
that's a big part of it, because that makes a difference. Like having a former offensive line coach in the principal seat, that's a big deal. Not a lot of people, if anybody, have that. Like, he's done it, he's been in it, and he coached here, so he's even more invested off of that too. And so it's definitely special, and they're just doing a tremendous job. Like, again, talked about what it takes to run a successful program, the amount of work those two men do behind the scenes to make this place run the way that it does. And like, you got Daryl Chandler too. Yeah. The whole admin team, like they're phenomenal, and they've been great to work with so far. And we've got 1 game under our belt. We're 2 weeks into school, 3 weeks into school now. We got a whole other semester to go, semester and a half to go, and stuff like that. And I can't wait. Like, they're awesome.
It helps to win too. Makes it feel a lot better. Makes it feel a lot better.
The kids were laughing because I don't think that I'm grumpy. I just think that I'm intense. But we were coming off the bus, and I'm a yeller, and I'm demanding and stuff like that. And so I'm always going to try to keep pushing, never satisfied, that type of stuff, process driven, all that stuff. And we pull back in at the school on Friday, and we're coming off the bus, and I'm just beaming because the kids are in a great mood. They're all laughing and cutting up. Coaches are in a good mood, and I'm just smiling ear to ear. And they're like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Never seen you smile before." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Man, I smile all the time." They're like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "Wow, okay."
Now you know what it takes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what I told them. You're in a good mood. I was like, "Yeah, I'm in a good mood." I said, "Winning fixes everything."
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Fixes everything.
100%.
And like the coaches are saying it too, because they give me a hard time because like I'm in a good mood right now, hanging out with y'all. So we'll go to the staff meeting here in a couple hours. And we'll catch up for about 10, 15 minutes. It's like, hey, time to work.
Yeah.
Like get locked in. And they'll always be like, they'll have like a joke or something to say because their coaching staff's a blast, guys. Like they're a lot of fun. They're working really, really well together.
Sure.
And I think it was Josh Wilson. He's our side receivers coach. He's hilarious. He's out there. I hear him out there banging around right now, working on something. Who knows? And I came into the offensive meeting last week, and he's like, "Hey, what kind of mood are you in? Can I tell a joke?" I was like, "Nah, I'd probably save it." He goes, "All right, that's what he was like, that's what I thought. I'll tell it tomorrow." I was like, "All right, we can do it." And so, but no, it's fun, man. It's a blast for sure.
I'm definitely going to use that one with my wife. I'm not grumpy. I'm just intense.
I'm just intense. Yeah, I'm trying to win. I need y'all to lock in right now.
So we talked about the Halls Powell rivalry. Have you heard any rumblings of the rivalry at South Doyle? Like what?
A little bit. And so again, like pretty out of touch with the deep culture stuff like that when I first got here. But I asked the kids in our not the introductory team meeting, but like our first like in the field house, like football only, not meeting me. We've been working together for a week. Let's meet now. Who the rivalries are, and it was like at once they all went Carter, and I was like, okay,
Interesting.
cool. Yeah,
Interesting.
which
Totally different from when we were there.
yeah, correct.
I would say Carter was like a.
Yeah.
It wasn't our main rivalry, but they were a rival.
Yeah.
I would say. So, but it's interesting that it's the main.
It was almost unanimous.
Yeah.
Like they
Okay.
reversed it. It was crazy.
I mean, now that you think about it, yeah, I don't like Carter either. So
Yeah. Yeah. And so we play them on TV this year on Friday night 11 at their place, 7:00 kick. So that'll be fun. And our kids, like they're already fired up for that one. And so it'll be good.
That's
for
awesome.
Sure.
Green's ugly. Love it. Yeah, ours was Seymour.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
Yeah,
that was talking with some of the coaches who some of those guys coached at Seymour before they came to South Doyle a couple years ago.
Right.
And just with people in the community, parents, touchdown club members, stuff like that, it is like zero hesitation. Seymour.
Yeah.
Seymour.
I'm pretty sure this might not be true, but you can ask him. I'm pretty sure Daryl Chandler will not eat in Seymour because
he won't. He told me this. So we went that is factual. It wasn't basketball
I
season.
thought that was the
I
person
was
that
not
did
aware
that.
of that.
Because
Okay.
we went to the South Doyle Seymour basketball game at Seymour my second week on the job, third week on the job, something like that. I rode out there with Rocky, Riley, and Mr. Eric Turner, one of our other assistant principals who I've known for a long time, who, shout out Mr. Turner, I've known him for forever. I text him and was like, "Hey, you guys looking for a head football coach?" Like in November, December, something like that. So he's the one that got me in this seat hanging out with y'all today. So shout out Mr. Turner. But Daryl Chandler was at the basketball game. And we went to eat before, and I guess he had to get food at like Bilo or something before he left. And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I don't eat Seymour. I'm not eating out here. I'm not eating out here. I don't know how he is. I'm not eating Seymour. What did he say? I'm not giving Seymour any of my money." That's what I said. I'm not giving any of my money to Seymour.
I like that. I'm gonna have to change my pharmacy. I go to that Walgreens. I'm changing that.
I'm gonna have to get my kid out of daycare.
Yeah, we're overhauling everything for Daryl Chandler. That's awesome.
Is there any potential to renew it then? Because I haven't played for a few years. Are they on the schedule? They're not on the schedule
They are
this
not
year.
on the schedule. I've been in contact with Coach Caleb Olive out there, who's an outstanding football coach, and he's been a great resource for me. I think last year was his first season as a head football coach, and he was at Tullahoma before that, coaching with his dad. I think they won a state title.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wow.
I think they beat Elizabeth in
Yeah, I was going to say they're 4A, aren't they?
Something like that. Yeah. But Caleb has been awesome. Coach Olive's been great resource for me. And we've talked about it a little bit. Obviously, that's 12 months away and stuff like that. But trying to get, again, shout out Jonathan Sellers. I didn't know this, but he talked to me over the summer at a 7-on-7 event. And he was like, "Hey, you got your game scheduled for next year yet?" I was like, "Buddy, no." It is July 2026. He was like, "Well, you better get on it." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, like the first couple weeks of the year, like that's when you kind of get the ball rolling on that." I was like, "Okay." So I put it in my phone, like set a reminder. And we talked about it a little bit and stuff, and we can get it because the state, they set everybody's region schedules now. And so if we have an opening, we're going to try to make it work. Because, I mean, we talked about it because he's not from here. I'm not from here. But we know the two communities, how close they are. I mean, they border each other. They're next door. a bunch of these kids know each other, families know each other,
Mhm.
houses divided. You see the license plates and stuff. Like, there's no reason to not play that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we've talked about it for sure. I think it'd be good for both schools, both communities, no doubt.
absolutely. Yeah, love to see that.
That's a big game. I'd like to see on the schedule. There's quite a bit of animosity there.
Yeah.
I can talk, but
Well, a lot of kids,
Needs
like
to get
I
played.
played for Seymour growing up, and a lot of like people here played for the Seymour youth group
Mhm.
or youth team because the only one that we had in South Knoxville was like near the middle school.
Yeah.
So it was like closer for us to go to Seymour than it was to go to the middle school team. And then Bower Field's a big like so all the kids played together like from Seymour or South Doyle. So like you kind of knew that whole team growing up.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah.
exciting for sure.
yeah, good game to get on the schedule. I don't have a lot else, man. This has been awesome. Really appreciate the time. Excited for you.
Thank
you. I mean, I think the community's excited too. There seemed to be a good turnout just for the road game. So I
Yes.
can't imagine what home's going to look like next week.
I'm hoping, and based on what I'm hearing, this place is going to be rocking on
Yeah.
Friday.
I'm excited. I think I'm going to try to make it. I think you're.
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna be
try
here.
to be here.
I'm gonna be here.
What about? I don't think they've done this one in a while. Have you heard anything about coming back down the hill for the entrance? Have you all thought about it?
No, we've not. And
Okay.
again, it doesn't matter to me. Like, yes, I'm incredibly superstitious, like we talked about earlier, but like how we get to the field, whatever. Like it's all new to me. So I asked my leadership council, like the captains and stuff, which is Benson Brang, Reed Reynolds, Jeremiah Smith, Lincoln Jackson, and Sean Hall. Like, what do y'all want to do? And they said, I guess the last couple of years, they go down through the stadium, through the fans and the student section,
That's
with
cool.
like smoke and stuff like that. And I was like, sure, that's fine
Yeah.
with me. Because my initial plan was go down the driveway
Okay.
right here. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, if it rains though, with these
Yeah.
cleats on, it's just going to be like
Oh,
a
slick.
train wreck.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, well, so we'll go down the steps. That's what they wanted to do anyway.
Okay.
And so we'll do it that way and get a little Metallica going. Just again, I told them, I was like,
Is Carter at home?
no, Carter's at Carter.
Okay. I was about to say for Carter or Seymour, we could go down the hill.
That'd be
I'm just
awesome.
giving you ideas.
That'd be awesome.
the hill's awesome, but it is tough late in the season when it's so dark. It's like, all right, I think they're over there.
yeah. The hill was brought up, and then the man on the horse with the spear and stuff was
Yeah.
brought up as well too.
I haven't been around in a while.
I
Which
know.
Yeah, where
horse
is
on
it,
turf
bro?
has got to be
Horse on
that's
turf.
got to be
yeah,
tough.
yeah. I don't want to clean that up. The mess that could be out there. I don't want to clean that up.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it'll be good. We got a great home slate this year that we've got. Obviously, Carnes next Friday. Who else? Gibbs and Heritage at home. Alcoa and Fulton at home for homecoming and senior night at the end of the year. So we got a pretty good little
It's a
stretch at the house this year. So I'm pumped for it.
that's a slate of games you just listed.
Yes,
off.
it is.
There's some
And-
good football
Yeah.
in East Tennessee.
Home opener, region game, region game, region game, region game. Like, that's
Yeah,
the crazy
starting
thing
right
about
off.
being in
Is-
18 region. It's like
And
every game's a region.
it's weird for us. Like I don't really know like who's 4A, who's 5A,
Yeah.
who's 6A anymore. Like
moved
it's
a lot.
it's
Yeah.
all different. So is AE
They're
4?
3A.
3A.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're with
Wow.
like Kingston.
GP.
No, it's GP's 4A, but they're a region 1.
Oh.
So they're with, it's like them, Seymour.
So they moved
Pigeon
up because they played in
Forge.
3A title game last year, didn't they?
Are
Against
they not? No,
Westview.
you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah,
they
they-
are 3A because
yeah.
they played
Okay.
against Westview with
Okay.
Simpson kids.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, you're right. Region 1 and 4A, that's Greenville, Elizabeth, and Volunteer, Cherokee, maybe.
Okay.
Seymour, somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll figure it out when we get there.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
One game at a time.
One game
We
at a
just
time,
got Carnes next week. That's all
Yes,
we know.
we got the Beavs are coming to town on Friday, buddy. Well, for sure.
Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate the time. Good luck to you, and congrats on being 1-0.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. This was great. Again, doors open anytime for you guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Go Keys.
We got more important issues